above freezing. And this weekend may be your last chance to see circus elephants perform in Dane County. We hear why the change, opposed by some, is now being celebrated by others.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, and thank you for starting your day with us here on News 3 Now. I'm just giggling. I'm happy it's Saturday, Hattie, and I'm happy to have you here. We never get to really work together, but this week we've gotten to work together a ton.
Several times. This might be day 4, I think. So yeah, happy to be here on a Saturday, and happy to tell you that things are going to warm up a little bit for southern Wisconsin. So after a couple of pretty chilly days, we have milder temperatures in the forecast today. Live look outside from the WIC-TV sky camera shots shows you that we have a lot of clouds in the area. You're not going to see a lot of sunshine today, but temperatures are running at least 25 degrees warmer than they were this time yesterday. In places like Camp Douglas, you're almost 50 degrees warmer than you were at 8 o'clock on Friday. Here are the actual numbers. We're closing in on 20 degrees, in fact above 20 in southwestern Wisconsin. We're at 18 here in Madison. We are continuing to warm through the day to highs in the low 30s. Now there is a chance for some light snow or even a little bit of freezing drizzle. We'll talk about that coming up in about 10 minutes. Your first warn traffic though, showing you that things are looking pretty good on area roads. No major issues. Strong southerly winds may be causing a little bit of blowing and drifting on east-west roadways, especially in rural spots, but no major delays to report right now. I mentioned that we do have a chance for some snowflakes later today. There's the forecast map for this afternoon.
You were saying, though, overall a lot more sun than snow, at least in the forecast.
In the extended forecast, yes.
Love it. Thank you, Hattie.
You're welcome.
Well, we begin this morning with the latest on the coronavirus outbreak. As the virus continues to spread, organizers of the Tokyo Olympics say they are not planning to cancel or relocate this summer's games. The epidemic in China has already forced the cancellation of many sporting events in the country, including some Olympic qualifying competitions. But the International Olympic Committee says it's working with experts in Japan and the World Health Organization to protect both athletes and spectators.
The world is grappling right now with a public health challenge. The one thing I can say is we're very, very grateful that Cambodia has opened literally its ports and its doors to people in need. We think this sends a strong message. We all have to help each other.
That was W. Patrick Murphy, who you just heard there. He is the U.S. ambassador to Cambodia. We're hearing from him for the first time since the first American passengers trapped on board cruise ships during the coronavirus outbreak and subsequent quarantine were released. Those Americans were among the more than 1,400 passengers and 800 crew members stranded at sea for 2 weeks because 5 ports just refused to let those cruise ships dock. Back in Wisconsin, police have made an arrest in the homicide case of Nicholas Day, the man found killed along a rural highway in Blue Mounds. We now know that deputies arrested this man, 21-year-old Riley Berg, Thursday in Mount Horeb. He is currently at the Dane County Jail on charges of first-degree intentional homicide.
We know that this attack occurred over a very short, narrow window of time. But what we don't know is why. Riley Berg's motives for this homicide are still unclear. We have found no known connection between Nicholas Day and Riley Berg.
Sheriff Mahoney described the murder as cold, calculated, and extremely violent. While out on a run, he says Day was shot and then had his throat cut multiple times. Day's body was discovered by a passerby on January 15th. Mahoney says Day was a loving son and father, a U.S. veteran, and says this tragedy has torn apart many families. However, the sheriff's office says while an arrest has been made, they're still looking for more information about what happened that day from the community, no matter how small those details may be. An update from yesterday morning's breaking news. Fitchburg police say they do not have a suspect yet in connection with the shooting on Anton Drive. Officers say a 31-year-old man was shot several times while sitting in his car at the Few Mountains apartment complex. Before police got to the scene, the injured man drove to the Speedway gas station at the intersection of Raymond and Verona Road, where he was met by medical personnel and taken to the hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. The Zor Shrine Circus is in Madison this weekend, featuring a popular attraction for the very last time. Our Adam Duxter explains why this change, while opposed by the circus itself, is being celebrated by many others.
Cindy, trunk up, cross your legs. Cindy, cross your legs.
Joey Frisco has been working with elephants like Cindy almost his entire life.
I was born in it. Third generation. It started with my grandfather, who had 3 boys. My father was on this show for 25 plus years. It's just a dream just to be able to slightly step in his shoes.
The Peoria, Illinois native says over time he's developed a special relationship with the elephants, traveling the country to put on shows.
I'm here with the elephants 24/7. I literally last night slept 5 feet from her.
And as the circus returns to Madison this weekend, it will be the last time Cindy and Joey perform in front of this crowd.
All right, good girl.
As their contract renews next year, including everything but the elephants.
We've been Wisconsin's voice for animals since 1983.
It's a victory for people like Rick Bogle.
You can't find a way to justify it except for just pure short-term entertainment.
Who serves on the board of directors for the Alliance for Animals, a group that has protested the use of elephants in entertainment for years.
They're living in this very, very artificial environment. They're never really able to be an elephant. They have to just stand there and wait until they're told to perform.
Dane County joining states like Illinois and well-known groups like the Ringling Brothers in banning the practice, leaving the third-generation handler unsure about the years to come.
Now, elephants have been a part of the Zor Shrine performances in Madison for more than half a century, and Frisco says he's uncertain if many circus fans even know these changes are happening. He says despite the criticism, he knows his treatment of elephants like Sydney is humane. The Zor Shrine Circus is in town and has 5 shows at Madison's Alliant Energy Center, both today and tomorrow. Well, we are getting a look inside UW's new Burn and Wound Center. There are 11 beds in that unit and all can handle ICU level care. There are 4 additional rooms from what the unit had before, more than doubling the available space. There are only 2 other hospitals in the entire state that offer care for burn injured patients, and UW is the only one that can take in both children and adults in a single facility. The market for available affordable housing rentals in Rock County is now less than 1%. Housing directors in cities like Janesville say this means if you're looking for a place to live on short notice, it could be difficult to find options. This has created issues for victims of domestic violence who now resort to staying in shelters much longer.
The average stay used to be 45 to 60 days for an individual or a family to stay in shelter. That has increased to 60 to 90 days, sometimes even longer than the 90 days for a family that's looking for, if you're thinking of a large family that needs a larger home.
Tomorrow morning on News 3 Now This Morning, Sunday, starting at 6:30, Rock County reporter Adam Duxter takes a look at what communities are doing to address this issue. Looking ahead, in preparation for the start of the 2020 construction season, the team in charge of the I-3990 expansion project is hosting 3 open house meetings for each of the 3 project segments, north, central, and south. Weather permitting, crews are planning to resume construction in early to mid-March. Here are those dates. The first open house for the central segment will be February 24th at the Holiday Inn Express on Wellington Place in Janesville. The second for the north segment, which is in Edgerton to Madison, will be on March 2nd at the Pleasant Springs Town Hall in Stoughton. And the final open house meeting for the south segment will be on March 5th at the Home 2 Suites in Beloit. The DOT says anyone is welcome to stop by any of the meetings at any time. Well, we may be expecting some more cold and even snow here in Wisconsin, but this week marks the start of spring for the Milwaukee Brewers. The team's pitchers and catchers reported to spring training in Arizona this week. They'll get a head start on workouts before the rest of the players report to camp at the start of next week. Their first spring training game will be against the San Diego Padres on February 23rd. If you're thinking you need an escape from the Wisconsin winter, the forecast in Phoenix calls for plenty of sun and highs in the 70s and 80s next week. Well, looking ahead, the Wisconsin men's basketball team needs to make a run over the last 7 games if it wants to make the NCAA tournament, and that starts today against Nebraska. The Badgers have dropped their last 4 road games, but the good news is that the Cornhuskers haven't been so hot this season either. Nebraska lost its last 3 home games. Right now, Meanwhile, the Badgers are relying heavily on their seniors, including guard Demetric Trice. Trice is averaging 12 points and almost 6 assists per game over his last 6. The Badgers' primary ball handler has been balancing his production with getting others involved, something he says is coming more naturally.
It's just the confidence that I'm putting in myself, talking to people around me and things like that, to just go out there and play free. And that's been the biggest thing for me, is just going out there and playing the game the way that I know how to play, and when and where to take my shots and where to find people and things within the offense. So it's been a big help for me to just go out there and play freely.
Tip-off is at 1:15. Time right now, 8:09. You're taking a live look over the Capitol. Hattie is tracking your forecast just ahead.
From a diamond engagement to a diamond anniversary and everything in between, we shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to. At Diamond Select, we also fix, reset, and remake jewelry too. Diamond Select in downtown Stoughton.
Honk, honk, yes! Woohoo!
I don't mean to be nosy, but why are you so excited?
I'm on my way to get an oil change.
An oil change?
At Meineke, they not only replace my oil and top off my fluids, they also rotate my tires for free.
That does sound pretty awesome.
It is!
Maybe I should do that too.
Join the Meineke Rewards program to earn points for the dollars you spend. Receive free roadside assistance with select oil change packages. Go to Meineke.com to sign up today.
My dad, Dan Kelly, is a great judge. He's just super focused about it. He reads a lot.
Statutes. Fascinating.
Dad loves the Constitution.
Perfection.
He issues strong opinions.
America's great. The Bears stink. No judge should rewrite the law.
He's not exactly exciting.
Ah, the Marbury case.
But he's an amazing dad and a great judge.
Justice Daniel Kelly for Supreme Court.
The world awaits in your new Jeep from Don Miller. It's the President's Day event on now. The tradition carries on with the new Jeep Wrangler. Get your own Don Miller deal plus rebates and incentives up to $5,500 off select remaining 2019 Jeep Wranglers. No day is the same in your new 2020 Jeep Gladiator. You'll get up to $2,000 bonus cash plus your own Don Miller deal on select 2020 Jeep Gladiators. The President's Day event on now at Don Miller, Madison and Dane Counties Jeep Headquarters, Odana Road, Madison.
Don Miller.
The Color Purple is the Tony Award winner for Best Musical Revival, a glory to behold.
At Overture Center, February 18th through 23rd. Get your tickets today at overture.org.
Our retirement plan with Voya gives us confidence.
We can spend a bit now, knowing we're prepared for the future.
Surprise!
We renovated the guest room so you can live with us.
I'm good at my condo.
Well planned, well invested, well protected.
Voya, be confident to and through retirement.
From a diamond engagement to a diamond anniversary and everything in between, we shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to. At Diamond Select, we also fix, reset, and remake jewelry too. Diamond Select in downtown Stoughton.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning from your News 3 Now First Warn Weather Center. We do have a small chance for some flurries or light snow showers later today, but are you going to have to shovel? Probably not. Here's a look at the snow chances. Heading through the afternoon, they creep up just a little bit, but stay relatively low and then really come to an end later on this evening. So the chances for snow are pretty limited. Take a look at the radar map and you will see some scattered snow showers to the north across northwestern Wisconsin. Also a few scattered snow showers lingering through Minnesota and back into the Dakotas. They're along a pretty weak front that will eventually work its way through the area. Out ahead of that front, though, strong southerly winds are in place this morning, and those winds are causing temperatures to warm up quite quickly through the overnight hours and early this morning. You can see plenty of cloud cover, though, here across southern Wisconsin, so we're not likely to see a lot of sunshine today. Let's get a closer look at those current temperatures. 18 in Madison and the Dells, 21 now in Janesville, 23 in Mineral Point, and Prairie du Chien has been the warm spot all morning. Now you're at 24 degrees. As I mentioned, though, that southerly wind is rather strong, still looking about 15 to 25 miles an hour this morning. So that means that there is a wind chill to factor in. Not as many negative numbers on the map right now. Still feels like 0, though, in Juneau. Feels like 4 here in Madison and just 2 degrees above 0 in the Dells. Your wind chill over the next 12 hours will improve some as temperatures climb this afternoon. We're looking at wind chills generally in the mid-20s this afternoon. So if you are planning to be outside later on today, it won't be as frigid as it was the last couple of days. As I mentioned, though, a lot of cloud cover in the area this morning. We're going to stick with those clouds today. Temperatures will be closing in on 30 degrees by lunchtime. A few scattered snow showers, though, trying to develop as we go through the afternoon. With temperatures right around 32, there may be a little bit of freezing drizzle mixing in, but this moisture moves out of the area pretty quickly, so it's not going to last very long. Any accumulation is expected to be pretty minimal across southern Wisconsin. In fact, most places looking at really just less than a half an inch. So your extended forecast has temperatures back into the 30s again tomorrow with some sunshine. We're keeping our eye on another storm system for the Sunday night into Monday time frame, maybe even Tuesday. Temperatures will be a little warmer, so there's the potential for some rain and snow on Monday. It does turn colder, but quite dry through the middle of next week.
And Hattie, you were saying in terms of snow, we're not really going to see much of it. If people are traveling, though, when are we expecting it to hit?
Right, for today.
Yeah.
It's just during the afternoon, and it should be pretty light. Not a huge impact.
And this area, even less than what people in the south might see?
Yes, maybe maybe slightly higher amounts to the southeast, but really a pretty small event for us. We're watching Monday, a better chance for some accumulating snow.
And the big story today is that it's much warmer than yesterday.
Hardly 30 degrees warmer right now than it was this time yesterday.
That's wild. All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, sturgeon spearing season is underway here in Wisconsin. The world's largest population of the ancient fish can be found just a couple hours north at Lake Winnebago. It's one of the 2 places in the U.S. where spearing is allowed, but this year conditions have been less than favorable.
The ice conditions and the weather conditions aren't that safe to go out. Right now we have roughly between 4 and 11 inches depending on where you are on the South Shore. Typically you need roughly 12 inches of solid ice consistently from shore to drive a truck on the ice.
Now, on top of those dangerous ice conditions, back-to-back years of record precipitation has muddied water clarity. Anglers hope a cool down this weekend could help build up enough ice to salvage the season. More than 12,000 anglers have bought licenses for this year. Well, time right now is 8:16, and one of the world's most famous teenagers is getting her own show about saving the environment. And we have the perfect date night movie to see this Valentine's Day weekend. Plus, there are several new shows and movies to check out. Will shares his picks and 3 things to watch. Trending news is just ahead on News 3 Now this morning, Saturday.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
When you're sick, so sick your heart hurts.
And your mind races.
When you think that you might have cancer, and then they tell you,
you have cancer. And you just want somebody to say,
it's going to be okay.
This is where we treat cancers that were once thought untreatable, where success is measured in lives saved and dreams fulfilled. UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Hi, I'm Brian from McGann Furniture in Baraboo. At McGann's, our #1 priority is treating our customers right. We want your shopping experience to be fun and informative so you have all the information you need to make smart choices. We're shoppers too, and we believe in treating our guests like family. We always have and always will. Discover the difference at McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo. You'll be so glad you did.
My body is truly powerful.
I have the power to lower my blood sugar and A1C.
Because I can still make my own insulin. And Trulicity activates my body to release it, like it's supposed to. Trulicity is for people with type 2 diabetes. It's not insulin. I take it once a week. It starts acting in my body from the first dose. Trulicity isn't
for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it, you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, or severe stomach pain. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, belly pain, and decreased appetite, which lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I have it within me to lower my A1C.
Ask your doctor about Trulicity.
Dear Wallet, Toyota President's Day is on. Load up on tech. Load up on style. Load up on fun. And load up on savings. Hurry, get a historic deal before it's history. See you soon, your new Toyota. Right now, get $1,000 TFS cash when you finance a new 2020 RAV4 or lease a new RAV4 for $239 a month. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Good morning from the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Center. We have clouds in place here in southern Wisconsin and quite a few clouds in the northern part of the state as well. Take a look at temperatures around the Badger State this morning. Definitely much better than they were yesterday. Not any negative numbers on this map. In fact, we're seeing double digits in most locations, so good news there. Look at wind chills. It is definitely colder when you factor in that southerly wind. Still feels like it's below zero up to the north in Rhinelander. Lots of snow on the ground in the north woods and here in southern Wisconsin as well. Metro Futurecast says there's a chance that we'll see a few snowflakes this afternoon for a short time. A little bit of drizzle or even some freezing drizzle will be possible as well with a high of 32 degrees. 3 things to know going forward, though, is that we do have some sunshine in the forecast on Sunday. We're keeping our eye on another storm system for the Sunday night through Tuesday time frame, and then it does turn colder again as we head into next week.
All right, Hattie, thank you so much. Well, let's take a look at what is trending this morning. Teenage environmental activist Greta Thunberg is teaming up with the BBC for a documentary series. Cameras will follow the 17-year-old as she meets with international climate experts and works to inform the public about climate change and other environmental issues. Thunberg, who started the school strike for the climate, is nominated for a 2020 Nobel Peace Prize. So far, no word on when the series will air. How about a little bit romance for this Valentine's Day weekend? In the movie The Photograph, Issa Rae stars as a woman who falls in love with a journalist played by Lakeith Stanfield. The two meet after Stanfield is assigned to write a story about Rae's late mother, a famous photographer. You can see The Photograph in theaters now. And if you're still thawing out after yesterday's bitter cold, you don't have to leave your house to watch something great today. Here is Will Loper's 3 things to watch.
No. Whatever it is, Shell, no. Trust me.
New on home video this week is the film Ford versus Ferrari. Christian Bale and Matt Damon star as a driver and mechanic who bring Ford to a premier race in France to try and beat Ferrari.
Do you think you can beat Ferrari?
I can try. We're lighter, we're faster. That don't work, we're nastier. We're gonna make history.
Ford versus Ferrari is available to rent or buy everywhere now.
Does she seem sadder than usual, or is it the sweater?
Sweater.
Newly streaming on Hulu this week is the series High Fidelity.
What's wrong with me? Why am I doomed to be left? Why am I doomed to be rejected? Seriously.
The series, inspired by the 2000 film starring John Cusack, tells the story of Rob, played by Zoe Kravitz, as she tracks down her 5 exes to figure out where she went wrong in love and life.
Yeah. Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Surprise. You could be a bit obsessive. And a little too in touch with your feelings. Let's work it out! You know, she told me I was obsessive and too in touch with my feelings.
All 10 episodes of High Fidelity are streaming on Hulu now.
Quit while you're ahead.
What do you mean?
Just stop. Quit before you get to the one that broke your heart.
Nope, I'm doing it.
Okay, sure.
I think this is from the real soccer team.
Sometimes I wish my boyfriend was more anonymous.
Finally, newly streaming on Netflix is the film To All the Boys, P.S. I Still Love You.
What is going on in that head of yours?
Remember when you asked me who got the other love letters, and I said someone from Model UN? He's actually volunteering with me.
The sequel continues the story of Lara Jean and her boyfriend Peter, whom she got in the first film. But when another boy comes along, she starts to question her feelings.
I thought having a boyfriend meant the idea of other boys left your mind completely. I didn't want to be thinking about what might have been, but I was.
To All the Boys, P.S. I Still Love You is available to stream on Netflix now. Happy watching. Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for News 3 Now this morning.
Time right now is 8:25. There's much more ahead on News 3 Now this morning, Saturday. Next, the circus is in town. And if you go this weekend, you could be a part of an end of an era. And then later, we're getting some love advice from the bona fide experts, local couples who have been married for decades. We'll be right back.
Steinhaffel's line of factory direct mattresses cuts out the middleman and passes the savings on to you. And right now, get a free box spring with select mattresses, exclusively at Steinhaffel's and Steinhaffel's mattress stores.
He's thinking recliner. You're thinking sofa. It's okay. Everyone wins at the President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture. 25% off unadvertised items. Plus, for 3 days only, Saturday through Monday, get incredible doorbuster deals marked way down. Like this dual reclining sofa for just $398. This rustic bed for just $244. This Sealy Posturepedic mattress for only $294. And did you know you get free shipping with no minimum? The 3-day President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Goldman Cars is starting off the new year with a bang. Many vehicles priced under $99.95 or $155 per month.
Get a 2015 Hyundai Elantra for only $89.95 or $139 per month.
Or a 2015 Jeep Patriot for only $89.95 or $139 per month.
Or a 2010 Acura TSX for $99.95 or $155 per month.
Many vehicles to choose from for under $99.95 or $155 per month.
Go to Goldman Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Goldman, GoldmanCars.com.
Managing type 2 diabetes? Dimitri's on it. Eating right and getting those steps in?
On it.
Dimitri thinks he's doing all he can to manage his type 2 diabetes and heart disease. But is his treatment doing enough to lower his heart risk?
Sorry.
Maybe not. Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults who also have known heart disease. So it could help save your life from a heart attack or stroke. And it lowers A1C.
Jardiance can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast or urinary tract infections, and sudden kidney problems. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. A rare but life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis or have severe kidney problems. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Lower A1C and lower risk of a fatal heart attack?
On it. With Jardiance.
Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
Only Steinhaffel sells more Tempur-Pedics than anyone else. And right now, get $300 in Steinhaffel's cash with any Tempur-Pedic. Get a Tempur-Pedic mattress for only $35 per month with Steinhaffel's 0% financing. We are your #1 Tempur-Pedic dealer.
Right now, the concern with coal as the Trump administration continues to weaken regulations on coal plants. CBS News dives into the question, how dangerous is it?
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning. It's February 15th. I'm Keely Arthur. We're going to get a check on your Saturday morning forecast with Hattie in just a second. But first, this weekend could be your last chance to see elephants in Dane County. The Zor Shrine Circus is appearing at the Align Energy Center for the final time with live elephant performances. The group, who will end a contract with the Align Energy Center this year, had the elephant performances taken out of all future contracts. Zor Circus organizers are frustrated with the change, which has been praised by animal rights groups, but they say it probably won't be long before elephant performances are banned everywhere. New this morning, organizers of the Tokyo Olympics say they are not planning to cancel or relocate the Summer Games as the coronavirus continues to spread. The epidemic in China has already forced the cancellation of many sporting events in the country, including some Olympic qualifying competitions. But the International Olympic Committee says it's working with experts in Japan and the World Health Organization to protect both athletes and spectators. And finally, the Wisconsin men's basketball team is hoping to keep their NCAA tournament hopes alive on the road today against Nebraska. The Badgers have dropped their last 4 road games, but the good news is that the Cornhuskers haven't been so hot this season either. They'll look to extend Nebraska's conference losing streak to 10 games when the two teams take the court today. Tip-off is at 1:15. Now here's meteorologist Hattie McLean with your Saturday forecast. Hi, Hattie.
Good morning, Keely. Looking much better this morning than yesterday at this time. No negative numbers on the map this morning and lots of 20s. 20 now in Watertown, Janesville, over to Platteville. Madison's at 18, but we're climbing as well. Our wind chills, though, are noticeably lower than the temperature. You're still going to feel the effects of the wind this morning. Feels like it's in the single digits from Madison and the Dallas points to the east. Wind chills are improving into the teens in southwestern Wisconsin. Here's a look at your temperatures over the next 12 hours. We're headed to highs in the low 30s this afternoon, right around 32 degrees. Note the southwesterly wind will gradually be diminishing as we head towards this evening as well. Now, no major issues with those first warn traffic maps this morning. Things looking pretty quiet. With that strong southerly wind, there may be some blowing and drifting in some of the rural spots, especially east-west situated roads, but otherwise no delays to report right now. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll talk about the possibility for some accumulating snow again on Monday.
All right. Thank you, Hattie. A CBS News investigation finds thousands of tons of dangerous coal ash are being brought into the mainland U.S. This comes as the Trump administration weakens regulations on coal plants. Coal ash is a leftover material from burning coal and is linked to cancer and other diseases. CBS News tracked the massive payload being shipped from Puerto Rico to Florida.
The cargo this ship heading toward the port of Jacksonville, Florida is hauling is coal ash, a toxic byproduct when coal is burned to generate electricity.
The Mississippi enterprise that arrives in Florida with its boatload of coal ash begins its journey right here, 1,200 miles away in Guayama, Puerto Rico. This is a conveyor belt loading the ash from a coal-fueled power plant half a mile away onto the boat.
The AES power plant generates 300,000 tons of coal ash each year, and there is no disposal facility on the island.
The people of Puerto Rico don't want the coal ash, so they passed a law that it cannot be stored here.
The coal ash waste overflows out of the conveyor system.
Lawyer and activist Ruth Santiago has been battling AES to provide better safeguards in disposing its coal ash.
You see this barge full of this stuff that everybody says is toxic, and it's pulling into Florida and then going to other communities for disposal. What's your warning to them?
They should not allow the import of the toxic coal ash to their communities.
Exposure to coal ash is what concerns Dr. Osvaldo Rosario, a professor of environmental chemistry at the University of Puerto Rico.
Coal ash, chemically speaking, how dangerous?
It's full of toxic materials, arsenic, selenium, chromium-6. You'll begin seeing respiratory problems, higher levels of cancer.
Multiple studies show that exposure to coal ash is hazardous. Plenty of people in Tennessee will agree with that. On December 22nd, 2008, a dike ruptured at the Tennessee Valley Authority power plant in the town of Kingston, spilling more than 1 billion gallons of coal ash.
Before the spill,
yes,
in December of 2008, were you healthy?
Yes.
I was in perfect health. I didn't have no medical problems.
Elmer Lau spent 2 years as a cleanup worker without the necessary protective gear to prevent him from breathing in the coal ash, says his wife Donna. He's part of an ongoing lawsuit against the company that hired him.
What did he look like when he would come in the front door?
It looked like it was white and it was clay and it was nasty mud, but it wasn't mud. It was the coal ash on him.
Lau went from an active and healthy man to suffering from Addison's disease, lupus, arthritis, gout, asthma, and an enlarged prostate. The Obama administration in 2015 established new federal regulations for coal ash storage, including monitoring of nearby groundwater as well as its disposal.
We have ended the war on beautiful, clean coal.
Regulations the Trump administration's EPA, headed by former coal industry lobbyist Andrew Wheeler,
and I'm not at all ashamed of the work that I did for the coal company,
is in the process of weakening.
When I tell you that there are tens of thousands of tons, maybe even more, of coal ash coming into the mainland United States from Puerto Rico, does that concern you?
It sure does.
My nominee, Gina McCarthy.
Gina McCarthy was the EPA administrator when the 2015 regulations were implemented.
Rulemaking is supposed to protect people. What I would call a rollback and a weakening of protections is focused more on making the industrial pollutant not have to pay to clean up their pollution, and much less about the protecting the disadvantaged communities that government is supposed to protect.
Now, the EPA said in a statement, quote, a majority of 2015 rules remain in place and are being implemented on schedule. And the AES said in a statement, quote, we comply with all local and federal regulations. And furthermore, the EPA classifies coal ash as a non-hazardous material. Time right now, 8:36. You might have seen him playing his kazoo for crowds on State Street or on stage for a show of his. Next, we'll introduce you to the one-of-a-kind Madison man in this month's Morning Notes. We'll be right back.
Bring your family and friends to Monk's Bar and Grill, home of the mouth-watering half-pound ultimate Monk burgers. Try the Prime Nacho Burger, the Brisket Burger, the Alamo, or the Big Ten. Monk's Bar and Grill, serving up a good time since 1947.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
Trains are coming to Madison, in miniature that is, at the 53rd Mad City Model Railroad Show, February 15th and 16th at the Alliant Energy Center. Get caught up in 90,000 square feet of trains, clinics, and exhibits, with almost 300 vendor tables featuring train merchandise, toys, hobby supplies, railroad antiques, collectibles, and much more. Many door prizes and 4 train sets will be given away each day. It's a great entertainment value for the whole family, Saturday and Sunday, February 15th and 16th at the Alliant Energy Center. Save online.
Bring your family and friends to Monk's Bar and Grill, home of the mouth-watering half-pound ultimate Monk burgers. Try the Prime Nacho Burger, the Brisket Burger, the Alamo, or the Big Ten. Monk's Bar and Grill, serving up a good time since 1947.
Bone-chilling. Back-breaking. Breathtaking. Winter weather can be a lot of things. But it should never be a surprise. Watch News 3 now for an accurate forecast you can trust day in and day out. And when safety is an issue, you'll hear about it first and fast. First Warn Weather, always reliable so you can plan your life.
Good morning from the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Center. We are waking up to clouds this morning across southern Wisconsin. Behind me, you can see the WIC camera shot, and here is the look from Platteville. Definitely gray skies there. Winds are strong from the south, so even though temperatures are warmer, our wind chills are still in the single digits and lower teens in many locations. So still quite chilly this morning. Your future track forecast calls for temperatures to climb back to around 30 by lunchtime. There's a chance for a little bit of light snow or a little bit of freezing drizzle as highs reach 32 this afternoon. Amounts are going to be pretty minimal as that snow chance is pretty low. A better chance to see some precipitation though starting Sunday night into Monday and Tuesday with snow and rain. Fair game for southern Wisconsin.
Thank you, Henny. Well, you might have seen him playing his kazoo on State Street or entertaining the line outside a music venue. There's no question Art Paul Schlosser has a one-of-a-kind look and sound, but what is he really like? Photojournalist Christopher Hawbaker caught up with him at his recent show at the Crucible in this month's Morning Notes.
Hi, I'm Art Paul, here again. Art Paul Schlosser, right here. You call me Uncle. But I'm not really your uncle, but you can call me Uncle Art. Dead Chicken Blues. And I don't know what to do. They took my mother and my sister too. And they said, I'm Art Paul. You're not. I'm the one and only Art Paul Schlosser.
Every time I think I know the real Art Paul, I see a more vulnerable side, or I see a much more intelligent side than people give this man credit for.
Understand why? Maybe it's a live. I'm a very versatile musician, and I play anything with strings, but mostly just the guitar. Then there's the singing voice. Purple bananas on the moon, purple bananas on the moon.
What do you think Art Paul is to Madison?
I think he now qualifies as icon. I think he's had that. You don't really get to Jimmy Fallon and, America, all these shows without reaching that.
We'll be back with more America's Got Talent.
Make you cookies.
He has been a voice that is now finally more being understood.
Thank you.
It's all about art from people with autism and different disabilities, but Art's been doing that for 40 years.
I wrote it. It's called Go Badgers Go. Go Badgers Go. I have one called Special that's not funny. It's just wise. This song's really special because you're really special. And I wrote it to everyone that they're all special and that God loves everybody. This song is special, but all my songs are special. Yeah, this song is really special. It's a tribute to you.
I think he is neurodivergent, so he's not your cookie cutter person. But I also think he's accepted that more than some people. And he's figured out how he has wanted to adapt to the world and how he's wanted to communicate himself.
I like popcorn. You like popcorn? I like popcorn. You like popcorn?
He's a mental health advocate. He's a community member. He's invested. He always brings people together.
Okay, you want to play one more song? Because of my lyrics, people like to hear what I have to say, and it touches their heart.
How do you? The only person that knows Art Paul is Art Paul, if he does.
You are more sound if you have something to do with your life. People perish without a vision. So I have a vision of the writing and the drawing and the painting, and all the stuff that I'm doing keeps me sound.
How do you not love Art Paul?
It's done. Thank you.
Well, to see another side of Art Paul, you can go to the Goodman Center, where his paintings are on display and for sale. Art's new CD is out soon, called I Wrote the Lyrics, in which he collaborates with many local musicians and poets. Well, time right now, 8:44. You're looking live over the Capitol. Hattie will have your full forecast next on News 3 Now this morning, Saturday. But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know, and we can celebrate with them on air. We'll be right back.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Turn unwanted gold jewelry into cash with Diamond Select. Tracy Belfi here. If you have old gold jewelry that you don't wear, maybe got it from an ex, or maybe it's just out of style, we'll change it into cash just like that. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
People who fight for what's right. For us, that means fighting for you when an accident has turned your life upside down.
How does the automatic emergency braking in the Chevy Equinox work?
Oh, no. What?
Can you tell me how lane keep assist with lane departure warning works?
Lane departure warning? What is that exactly?
Kids may not know about the 2020 Chevy Equinox's standard safety features, but every parent should.
Qualified lessees can lease this Equinox LT for around $219 a month. Plus, eligible GM card members get $1,000 in bonus earnings.
He's been a leader throughout the country for the past 12 years. Mr. Michael Bloomberg is here.
Leadership in action. Mayor Bloomberg and President Obama worked together in the fight for gun safety laws, to improve education, and to develop innovative ways to help teens gain the skills needed to find good jobs.
At a time when Washington is divided in old ideological battles, he shows us what can be achieved when we bring people together to seek pragmatic solutions.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Okay then, why do professional builders and remodelers choose nuns? Appears to be reason number 307, which must be that folks really appreciate the expert help of a nun's designer. Oh. And at the big box store, expert help might not be available. So why should you choose nuns? Yeah. Isn't it obvious? Nuns. Kitchen, bath, and flooring.
News 3 Now and Channel 3000 put top stories and breaking news at your fingertips. Video alerts and forecasts. Clean, simple, and fast. Download the Channel 3000 app today.
From a diamond engagement to a diamond anniversary and everything in between, we shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to. At Diamond Select, we also fix, reset, and remake jewelry too. Diamond Select in downtown Stoughton.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning from the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Center. Taking a look at our temperature trend over the next 10 days, you'll definitely see a little up and down. We're near normal once again after a couple of cold days with highs in the low 30s. Heading into next week, though, we have another brief cold snap. Not as bad as the one we had last week, but temperatures will be well below normal. We have 40s in the forecast, though, heading through the next weekend. So that is well above normal as we close out the month of February. Taking a look at that 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, and that does take us to the very end of February, indicating that the Great Lakes and northeastern part of the country can expect to see above normal temperatures continue. So we may end February on quite a mild note. Not as mild this morning, just cloudy skies here at the Capitol and downtown Madison. You can see that from the Edgewater sky camera. Temperatures are in the teens and 20s. We're seeing 20s to the south and west. That warm air will continue to move into the area, so we'll likely jump to the low 20s here in Madison within the next hour or two, and temperatures will continue to climb through the rest of the day. Even though that strong wind is generating a wind chill this morning, with temperatures climbing into the 30s, wind chills will at least rebound back into the mid-20s for the afternoon. So if you have outdoor plans today, wanted to get outside and do something that shouldn't feel quite as terribly cold as it as the last couple of days. Weather track is showing you that we're keeping our eye on a snow chance for later on today. Some light snow has developed around the Eau Claire area. That will likely sink southward as we go through the day today. And it's not going to be a big snow event, but there's that potential in the forecast. Take a look at your future track forecast model. Starting this morning, right about now, as we put the map into motion, you'll see a chance for some light snow for southern and central Wisconsin through the afternoon hours. It comes to an end pretty quickly. Now, there may be a little bit of drizzle or freezing drizzle mixing in, but again, by tonight, things should be improving quite a bit. Mainly a dry day in the forecast for Sunday. Here's Sunday at 5 p.m. Even some clear skies from Madison and points to the north. Keeping our eyes on the next storm system, though, you can see already by Monday morning quite a bit of precipitation developing, and all types of precipitation that will spread into southern Wisconsin through the day on Monday. We could see some rain, a mix, or even some snow. Now, highest snow totals from this next system are likely to be north of Madison. Little snow accumulation through the day today, but we'll advance the map through Monday into Tuesday. You can see several inches of snow accumulation is possible for mainly areas north of Dane County. So look at that extended forecast then. We have temperatures that will cool down with quiet conditions through the middle of the week, but then get ready for some 40s in the forecast, Keely, as we head into the next weekend. Here's our pet walk forecast. Sydney and Stoughton, well, queen for a day, or maybe every day. Who knows? With that
what
chair.
princess is that behind her?
I don't know.
I never know now. It's like probably one of the newer ones. She looks adorable.
Probably. My kids are a little older, so I'm not as up on the Disney princesses as I was.
Well, Sydney is regal enough. Thank you so much. All right, well, you can stick with News 3 all day long, and then tomorrow morning we are celebrating National Margarita Day by shaking up some drinks you can make at home. But first, what's the secret to a happy, long-lasting relationship? Our Jamie Perez is asking the experts at a local senior living facility. We'll be right back.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
Month after month, I'm doing it all. The supplements, the veggies, the water, but I still have recurring constipation, belly pain, straining, and bloating. My doctor said I could have a real medical condition called IBS-C.
From my recurring constipation and belly pain from IBS-C, I said yes to Linzess.
Linzess treats adults with IBS with constipation. Linzess is not a laxative. It works differently. It helps relieve belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Do not give to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
I'm doing it all. And I said yes to Linzess. Ask your doctor about Linzess.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County stabilizes neighborhoods through home ownership and repairs. With permanent, safe, and affordable housing, families can devote more resources to healthcare, parenting, education, and beyond. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Wisconsin voters deserve the truth. I'm News 3 Now's Amy Reed. I'm breaking down political ads, explaining whose money is behind them and separating truth from misinformation. Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Welcome back. Valentine's Day has come and gone, but it's always a great time to share messages of love. And a group at the Oak Park Senior Center on Madison's east side is doing just that.
Yeah, you may have seen their post on Facebook that went viral with almost 250,000 shares. Our Jamie Perez sat down with two of the couples there to get their advice.
It will be 27 years, April 15th.
That's Reggie Reginald and his partner, Don Van Gore, on the left. The two met at a church event almost 30 years ago.
Later that evening, we went out dancing and then for a cup of coffee, and we've been together ever since.
Don has been living at the Oak Park Senior Center for the past 2 years. Reggie visits every day, sometimes twice a day. Their love is still strong, even through Don's memory loss.
I see that he's still the same loving man in my heart that he was back in '94 when we met.
Rita and Alan also have a love story to share. They've been married
48 years.
48 years?
We've been married 48 years.
Oh, my God.
Rita was a patient in the hospital, and Alan was the hospital chaplain.
When I first saw her, I thought she was a vision of loveliness. I looked at her, and she looked at me, and I knew that life would never be the same.
The two couples have been through highs and lows, but their love has outlived any obstacles they've faced along the way. And this Valentine's Day, they all have a simple but heartfelt message to all the other lovers and to-be lovers out there.
Be kind and loving to each other always. See the good in that person.
Never go to bed angry.
Why is that?
Because life is too short, and you never know if you're going to wake up in the morning.
Never speak too quickly, because more damage can be done in 3 seconds than you can take away in a lifetime.
In Madison, I'm Jamie Perez, and from all of us at News 3 Now, happy Valentine's Day.
So cute. And check this out. To celebrate Valentine's Day, a New York couple won a private 3-course dinner in Grand Central Terminal. It meant having dinner at 2:30 in the morning. But it's an experience unlike any other. Private soundtrack and the terminal all to themselves. Macy and Spencer were the winners of a social media raffle that drew 16,000 entries in 1 week. Organizers say it was a challenge to pull off. They say on an average day during that 2-hour block, some 750,000 people pass through the terminal. That is one lucky couple. Wow. I don't know if I would wake up at 2:30 for, well, I guess we kind of wake up at 2:30 anyway. I was like, I wouldn't wake up at 2:30 for anything.
We were eating dinner with them yesterday.
Exactly, yeah, that's not a problem. That time is not an issue for you and I.
No, not at all. Well, if you want to get outside today, I think today is your opportunity. It's going to be much better temperature-wise. Not a lot of sunshine in the area today, but take a look at these temperatures, climbing to highs in the low 30s this afternoon. Strong southerly winds will begin to subside later on today. That's the good news. Tomorrow looks dry, and then there is a chance again for some snow, maybe mixing with some rain. Late Sunday into Monday of next week, there could be some accumulation possible. The rest of the week, though, looks dry.
All right, thanks for hanging out with us, Hattie. We appreciate it. Have a good rest of your Saturday.